Hello, and welcome to the 2023 Crooked Creek HOA Annual Meeting. Here, you will find our meeting's agenda. At this moment, we would like to take the opportunity to welcome all of our new homeowners. We hope you love this community as much as we do. This is a short recap from our previous annual homeowners meeting in June of 2022. What is the purpose of a homeowners association? It is to preserve, maintain, and enhance the property value of a subdivision. Here is a brief history of the homeowners association. Up until 2018, we were declarant controlled, that is, bank appointed controlled. In 2018, new board members were legally able to take the HOA back over. In 2018, 1/3 of owners were not paying assessments and no reserve or savings account existed. Your new board collected over $15,000 in that first year in delinquent assessments. Let's meet your board. Nicole Davey, President. Chuck Young, Vice President. Frank Hughes, Treasurer. Their term ends on February 28th of 2024. All board members serve in a voluntary, non-financially compensated capacity. Board members are afforded the same rights as all owners. This is a list of what your board members can actually do in any given month. Some of the biggest tasks are performing on-site inspections with property management, reviewing ACC requests, answering multiple emails from property management, and reviewing the monthly budget. What is your board's largest goal? It is to reduce liability and costs in the long term for all owners within Crooked Creek while maintaining and preserving property values. Future road maintenance costs have been eliminated by the county accepting the roads. Over 5.5 years, actual costs have only increased by $25 per lot. Your board has worked extremely hard to not let rapid inflation impact owners. One of the most pivotal roles within the association is the property manager. Our property manager performs a multitude of tasks on a daily basis for the association. Let's review the finances for the association. Have you ever wondered who touches the money within the association? The property manager manages all financial accounts. These include the loan, the reserve, and the daily operating cost. Your board reviews monthly financials. Your board does not receive or accept any money. Community documents do not allow for the financial compensation of board members. Here you will find our current financial position as of May 31st, 2023. Please note that cash reserve is where the road funds that you pay are held before they are paid to the bank. We collect funds before the loan payment due date. Also, some owners have chosen to pay annually on the road loan rather than twice a year. This also goes to the reserve account. Here you will find a more detailed profit and loss brief. Your association has used legal fees for consultations prior to HOA hearings, and they have also used legal fees when homeowners have responded about violations through attorneys. Your board anticipates also using legal fees this year when homes go to probate. The actual paving of the roads came in under budget. Your HOA budgeted to borrow up to $500,000. The actual amount borrowed in January of 2022 came to $374,566. Then in April of 2022, 18 owners chose to pay their portion up front and reduce this loan by $76,491. Currently, the HOA owes $273,424. That's a reduction of $101,142 in less than 2 years. We are currently in year 2 of 10 years of paying off this loan. The reserve account will still need to remain higher until a substantial amount of the principal has been repaid. If you have any other questions about the road loan, don't hesitate to reach out to the property manager, Mr. Kane. Why does your HOA need to protect their reserve account? In the short term, we face the rising cost of maintenance. In the long term, we could face natural disaster, homeowner default on assessments, legal concerns, and unforeseen repairs. What does it mean when an association does not have adequate reserve? This means higher dues or special assessments when issues arise. Your board is happy to report that as of April 6, 2023, all assessments were paid in full. That's including operating cost and road loan cost. Let's move on to policies and procedures. The association design standards have recently been updated as of April 16, 2023, when these were mailed to all homeowners. So why the update? The board has grown in their knowledge and wanted to encompass all memos that they have come up with as the community has grown. They also wanted to have a centralized document for owners to refer to. They also wanted a more organized document to make it easier for owners to find exactly what they needed quickly. Here you will find the association sign policy. This policy has been in place since 2020. Here you will find a reminder of your violation escalation policy. They include a demand, then notices sent, and then an ability to request a hearing. Here you will find your fine policy for violations. Please note the covenants and bylaws do not provide a specific fining process, but they do provide for the board to impose and define fines or other sanctions. What are homeowner options when fines are levied on their lots? You can fix the issue and pay the fine. You can pay the fines as they accrue and refuse to fix the issue. You can refuse to pay the fines and refuse to fix the issue. A lien will be placed on your property once the fines hit a specific amount to warrant legal cost. All proceedings for fines are privately and exclusively held between the board, the property manager, and the homeowner. This information will not be made public as it is private. Just because you do not see a violation being remedied does not mean it is not being addressed. Some homeowners have asked, where do fines collected go? They go into the reserve account. They can be supplemented into the operating cost if attorney's fees were used during the violation period to reimburse the association. The fines collected do not go to the board members, and they do not go to the property manager. What if homeowners of a home pass away? If the estate fails to maintain that property, the HOA will have to exercise their right to self-help, according to normal violation escalation policy and the bylaws. This will eventually recoup expenses when the home is sold through the lien proceedings. The HOA will get assessments due on this property. Eventually, there is a legal process in place for this if the beneficiaries fail to pay assessments, much like when typical owners fail to pay their own assessments. Owners passing away is unfortunate and is another reason that the HOA needs a good reserve account. In regards to violation letters, they are not sent to harass. They are sent to multiple homeowners throughout the year. They follow typical HOA verbiage within the confines of the bylaws. They follow HOA fine policies. And by agreeing to purchase a lot in Crooked Creek, you have agreed to the bylaws and to receive items requesting that you abide by them. Let's discuss weed remediation. Remediation means the action of reversing, stopping, or correcting. The board recognizes that there have been rumors about homeowners being forced to use chemicals on their yards. This is absolutely false. The board has never forced or told homeowners that they must obtain a weed-free yard through chemicals. Several owners maintain beautiful, weed-free yards through organic and natural methods. The bylaws do not allow for the HOA to ban or regulate homeowners' use of certain products on their homes or yards. This would have to come from local, state, or federal government. Let's discuss ACC request. The board will not review any request not submitted the appropriate way. You can submit ACC request forms through mail, email, or through your HOA portal. When in doubt, send a request form in. The board makes it their top priority to review these as fast as possible. This includes approvals for roofs and exterior paint, even if you're going with the same color. This holds homeowners accountable, allows transparency, and allows fairness. If you do deviate from the form request approval, your board will be forced to take action. Home and lot maintenance is one of the biggest issues that the association faces. The board works tirelessly to enforce these maintenance violations for the betterment of the community. The board encourages all who receive a violation letter to review these and calmly assess and inspect the violation. Please do not berate board members or property management when you receive a violation letter. Trees blocking line of sight. If you have a tree that's invading the line of sight at the road, making it difficult for drivers to see or causing limbs to touch vehicles, please address this immediately through trimming or removal. If the owner refuses to address this, the county will be forced to trim these as they are part of the easement in the county-maintained roads. The issue with the county maintaining this for the owners, if they do not, is it will result, more than likely, in a trim that the owners did not care for, or could cause tree damage. Amicalola EMC is gradually updating all streetlights in the community to LED as they go out. Any homeowner can call Amicalola EMC and give the following to report a streetlight outage: the number on the base of the streetlight or the address closest to the outage. The board does a seasonal drive-through to inspect the streetlights. Reporting an outage does not have to be performed by board members or by the property manager. Any homeowner can do this. What if the community experiences a power outage? Any owner can call Amicalola EMC on their outage line. All owners can report this, and you can always go on their website to check their outage map. What if the community experiences a water outage? The water authority must be contacted via their emergency number during non-business hours. The board of directors cannot restore water. If you experience low water pressure or no water at all, please contact the authority and not the board of directors. Chances are the board has already reported it as well. Mailboxes should be free of faded paint and the base should be straight. Numbers should be legible and free of fading and cracks. No sticker numbers will be permitted. Property manager can send links and company information to you for mailbox restoration. This includes replacement, parts, and installation. Litter seems to always be an issue within this community. A volunteer litter group failed to form. Construction is nearly complete in the subdivision, and this should reduce construction litter. Most garbage services do request garbage be bagged. This reduces the likelihood of garbage flying out of their trucks and becoming litter, if homeowners bag it. All homeowners are responsible for prevention of debris or trash on their lots. Please bag your trash. If you walk and see trash, please pick it up. What exactly are new homeowners sent when they move into the subdivision? They are sent a homeowner information form. This is meant to ensure accurate and preferred communication information is on file. They receive the covenants with the amendments. They receive the bylaws, design standards, mailbox standards, and of course a link to register to the community portal. The Crooked Creek community-wide yard sale occurred on Saturday, May 20th. This event was scheduled months in advance, and of course, the board had no control over the weather. there was a decrease in participation from last year to this year. Feedback from buyers when asked was that they wished more homeowners would have participated. Right now, the board is unsure if they will help with these type yard sales in the future, as there was very little participation this year. The board would like to address some issues that arose during the community-wide yard sale this year. The board received accusations that need to be addressed. The board has never agreed to use HOA funds on an ad for this event. The board did agree to list this event free on social media, and this was done so on May 17th. Let's discuss the status of landscaping. In the fall of 2022, the HOA had a landscape renovation at the entrance. The rotted fencing was removed, dead trees and limbs were removed, stumps were ground, new bushes were planted in place of the junipers and fencing. However, due to the extreme freeze in 2022, these bushes died. The installer has agreed to warranty replace these in the fall, as temperatures are too hot currently to do so. It's time to discuss privacy, respect, harassment, and legalities within the association. Unfortunately, the board has endured a series of owners attempting to harass and intimidate them. Owners can always send feedback to Mr. Kane, and the board does review this. Please do not pursue board members because you disagree with them. It is never appropriate to attack board members, whether they're on their own property or in public. Mr. Kane is the point of contact for the HOA. The board has a right to feel safe and secure on their property and in public. Unfortunately, your board members have endured quite a bit of harassment in the past 12 months. Attempting to intimidate and harass board members will not be tolerated within the association. Your board values privacy of all owners. They will not discuss violations with anyone but owners involved. The board works hard to protect homeowners' personal information, including financial information and violations. Homeowners have made demands for privately held homeowner information. Your board has worked hard to prevent sensitive information from being disclosed and exploited. Releasing personal information can have legal impacts on the association. Board members have their own code of conduct to adhere to when they are voted in, and this is reviewed with them annually. What is selective enforcement? Selective enforcement is when an HOA chooses to enforce violations at their own discretion. Homeowners have requested that they be treated differently in regards to violations in the following instances: deaths, illness, finances, and schedules. Why can't the HOA selectively enforce? This would set up the HOA for lawsuits, accusations of bias, and discriminating behaviors. Your board does listen to homeowners and their ideas and suggestions. Some of these suggestions have legal ramifications that owners may not realize. The board constantly weighs how every suggestion would legally affect the association and impact every owner. Suggestions may seem innocent, but may also limit rights or violate specific groups of owners' rights. Your board refuses to infringe on basic rights of owners. They must remain neutral in their decision-making within the confines of the declarations and the bylaws. The board commonly uses the devil's advocate approach in all decisions. They debate different sides to see how every owner would be impacted. What are the top 3 issues your board has faced within the past 12 months? They are failure to obtain prior written approval, failure to maintain properties, and harassing behaviors directed at the board. When you work to undermine your board, you are working to undermine your community. One homeowner has continually proposed park benches on corner lots and in cul-de-sacs. Here are the reasons your board cannot support this idea. The easements are now owned by the county, not the HOA. The estimated starting cost for this project would be $14,700. This does not factor in maintenance. Owners would be paying for an item that they may never actually use. This could block ease of getting to utilities in an emergency. There are potentials for abuse. This may increase litter and increase ground maintenance costs, along with animal waste. This could also lead to lawn damages. This may impact the sale of select homes. Homeowners are afforded privacy and the right to a tranquil lot. There's been significant opposition to this idea within the community. This would also increase association liability. The bylaws do not allow for this. The only common property is the entrance. The biggest concern for your board is that this idea would target select owners in their very private property. Some homeowners have asked why the association does not sponsor social events. The community was not set up to support these. There's no clubhouse. Funding would come from assessments paid by all, but not all those would benefit. There are concerns for abuse and concerns of bias. This would create liabilities for the association, and the HOA should benefit all homeowners. Let's move on to the community roads. Here is a history lesson in regards to the roads. The original developer intended on roads being taken over by the county. Homeowners were led to believe that these would be county roads. The developer failed to file the correct documents and supply a bond or show letters of credit. This has been verified through the attorney and through the county. The original developer failed to have the roads finished to county standards to be accepted. The county never repaired the roads, which would have warranted ownership of the roads. Here is a timeline of your board's work on the roads. In 2018, your first board was formed. In 2019, your board received their first paving bids, only to determine that this would not be possible at that time. Lenders would not consider the HOA for loans until 2021. In 2020, your board attempted through a special tax assessment to get the roads paved through the county. This was promising, but turned down due to the precedents that it would set within the community. In 2021, homeowners voted overwhelmingly for the road loan and the paving. 91 out of 105 voted for this. Only 2 out of 105 voted no. The remainder simply did not respond. The roads were finally paved in December of 2021. In 2022, Lumpkin County accepted these roads as county maintained in April. And from here on out, all maintenance will go through the county. What happened to the road loan after the county took over the roads? The HOA is still fully legally obligated to pay for the loan that it took out to get the roads paved. The loan terms did not change or go away. The county is only responsible for future maintenance of the roads. What about the construction fee passed in 2019? The association can no longer legally collect this construction fee on new builds, and it cannot reimburse previously paid construction fees. Any new builds previously approved and have not begun clearing will not be expected to pay construction fees. What about traffic law? Local law enforcement can now enforce traffic violations within the subdivision. What if a homeowner refuses to pay the road loan? The HOA is still on the hook for this payment, and a lien will be placed on properties to eventually recoup the road loan assessments. By purchasing a lot in Crooked Creek, each owner is accepting legal responsibility for each assessment and will be billed accordingly. Here you can see the roads were indeed accepted by the county on April 19th, 2022. This was a big moment for Crooked Creek. Do you have a complaint about the roads? Do you have a concern about the roads? Please feel free to go to the Lumpkin County website below and contact the county about these concerns. They are now responsible for all maintenance of the roads. Do you want to complain about speeding within the community? Feel free to go to the county website and request extra patrol as seen below. Here are a few reminders from your board. Please monitor speed, and if you hit a mailbox, please contact the owner. When you're enjoying the community, please pick up litter as you see it. Please register for the portal if you have not done so. This saves money on mailing cost. If a partner has passed away, please let property management know so they may remove the owner from communication. Please show respect for all owners, including your board members. Just a reminder that your next road loan assessment is due November 1st of 2023. We will be billing for this in September. Your next operating annual assessment due is January 1 of 2024. And as always, please contact Mr. Kane for all of your HOA needs. The past 12 months have been a bit stressful for your board members due to harassment and bullying type behaviors. Your board greatly appreciates the owners that support them and see how hard they work and everything that they put into making this a better place to live. This concludes the 2023 Crooked Creek HOA annual presentation. Thank you for watching.